This is Cooking with Dave. I'm Dave. I am the world's greatest chef. It says so right here on my apron. Hey, today we're cooking some chicken and dumplings. I had a lot of people ask me to cook chicken and dumplings. I haven't done it, but I wasn't sure if I should do it or not. There's so many different ways people cook chicken and dumplings. This is kind of video I get all kind of comments on about that ain't the way I do it, that ain't the way you're supposed to do it. And I know you make dough from scratch, and that's okay and that's great. But you know, there's not time to do all that preparation, making dough. I'm not about it. I like things easy, you know, the Dave way, quick and easy, cooking dinner for my family. So I use pie crust. I go to the store, I buy pre-made pie crust, and I lay it out, cut it in squares. I'll show you how I do it, and it makes life so much easier. Okay, here we are at our trusty stainless steel pot. I have some butter in there. I'm heating it up. I'm going to throw me some onions in that butter. 2 tablespoons of garlic in there. A little salt. A little pepper. Give it a stir. Sweating out those onions. Now, a lot of people, when they make chicken and dumplings, they will boil their chicken. I'm not about boiled chicken. I don't like boiled meat anyway. So I'm just gonna put those onions in there. I have some bone in with skin on chicken breasts. I'm gonna put them skin down. Them onions being all hot. We're gonna cook our chicken like so that we can have ourselves some nice chicken. Boiled chicken, it just, you know, it ain't right. We're going to end up boiling the chicken some, but first we want to cook it, see if we can't lock some of those flavors into that meat. And then, when we take it off the bone and put the dumplings in, then we'll end up boiling a little bit while we cook the dumplings, but it'll be alright. You get a little brown on there. Once we start getting brown on all sides, we can go ahead and reduce our heat. So I'm going to turn my heat down to about, I don't know, about 3, about 4. A little higher than low, and I'm gonna let this chicken simmer and cook with a lid on it for about an hour, just till it's done. I want the chicken to be pretty done before we take it off the bone and put it in our dumplings. Okay, here we are back at our chicken, cooking about an hour. Just cooking it slow. Just want to get it done. It's looking nice and done. So I'm gonna take the chicken out now, put it in the refrigerator, let it cool off, so that I can debone it and put it into our dumplings. Okay, then we're going to use the same pot that we used before. So as soon as I took the chicken out and put the chicken in the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't drain some of that fat off. Now, I want to keep my onions and my garlic and my juice down in there. It's going to give me lots of flavor. I just want to see if I can get rid of some of that fat. So I'll take my strainer and I'll put it in the strainer, strain it out, and then I'll put my onions and my garlic back in the pot. Less that fat, and we won't have such a greasy chicken and dumpling. Okay, got rid of all that grease. Returned my onions and my garlic to my pan. Now I'm gonna let my chicken cool off, and we're gonna debone it and make our dumplings. Okay, after the chicken is cooled off, you can go ahead and debone the chicken. That's what I'm doing now. I'm deboning it. I'm just ripping it up. And here we are back at our pot. I'm gonna turn my stove on about medium. 8 cups chicken broth. I still have enough, so I'll finish off the rest with water. If you don't have chicken broth, you can just use water. Just use a little salt and pepper with your water. But I'm going to go ahead and add me some water to that. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on high. It's a big pot. It's going to take a little while to boil. So we'll let it start boiling while we make our dumplings. Remember, if you want to make yourself some dough, make yourself some dumplings from scratch, go ahead and do that. It's easy. Flour, a little water, and a little shortening. Make some dough and yourself a rolling pin and then roll it out nice and flat. I like to make my dumplings flat. I know some people just drop their dumplings into the water as it's bubbling, and I don't like that big blob. My mother used to do that. She made big blobs of dumplings. And if you like the big blobs of dumplings, then you can just take your dough, you can make it, and you can drop it straight into the water like we're going to do with these. And I'm sure they'll be good. If that's why you like them, that's fine. I like mine to be flat. So I buy myself some pie crust. And I take the pie crust and just roll it out here nice and flat. And if you make your dough, if you want to make your dumplings like I make them, then just, you know, get yourself a rolling pin and roll your dough out nice and flat like that right there. And then you'll be able to cut up your dumplings and put them in the water. And they will be oh so good. Alright. The way I cut these is just make a line. About an inch, maybe a little bigger than an inch. It's up to you. The cool things about dumplings is they don't have to all be the same size. And there is one of our dumplings. And I have two of these. I'm going to do two of these to my 3 pieces of chicken. Okay, our broth is heating up nicely. Got all those onions and garlic in there. Flavoring from that chicken when we cooked it in there. It smells wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and take that chicken I took off the bone and put it right into the pot. I'm going to bring all that to a boil. Okay, here we are coming up to the tricky part of the chicken and dumplings. Okay, you have to get your broth and your chicken up to a nice good sized bubble. Put it on high, medium high, keep it a nice good bubble. We don't want our dumplings to stick to the bottom. So we get a nice boil going on and we just float them right into that boil. And we don't put too many at one time. Too many at one time might stop us from boiling. So we just put a few here and there and slowly keep it at a boil, and it'll keep those dumplings, I don't know if you can see them, turning around in there and cooking and not sticking to the bottom. We do not want to stick to the bottom. Okay, after we have all of our dumplings in our pot, give a little stir. Looking good, nobody's sticking to the bottom, everybody's still floating, still boiling. And what I'm going to do is just want to simmer them. So I'm going to turn them down to about medium and then put a lid on it and let them simmer just until my dumplings start getting done. I'll show you what it looks like when they get done. They're going to puff up a little bit. See how they're nice and flat? They're going to puff up a little bit and give us a little texture. They're going to taste nice. Turn it down to simmer, put a lid on it, let it sit, and we'll give it a check here in a minute. Alright, I've been cooking a little while, about 5-10 minutes. Let's take the lid off, take a look, see what we got going on there. Look at there, we got nice big dumplings. They dumpling it up. I might try one of them to see. I don't think they're done yet. They're gonna dumple it up a little more than that. They're gonna get a little bigger. Just cooking it. Now broth, with all that water and everything I put in there, a little thin. We want to be a little thicker than that. So we're going to thicken it up a little bit. Now, in order to thicken our broth up just ever so slightly for our dumplings and everything, I took about a half cup of flour and a little cold water, and I'm just going to stir that in there, and then I'm going to cook that until it all mixes up nicely and give us a little thickening action with our chicken and dumplings. Now I'm putting a lid on it and give it about another 5 minutes just to simmer, and we'll give it a check. Alright, I've been cooking about another 5 minutes after I put the flour and water in there. I probably should let it go another 5 minutes, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't taste some and make sure that, you know, it's coming along like it's supposed to. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, there we go. It's chicken and dumplings. Remember to cook the dumplings, you know, 15-20 minutes until they start fluffing up. And then you get some nice sized dumplings, and that's what you call chicken and dumplings. Man, it's good. Alright, so hope y'all enjoyed it. Chicken and dumplings, served with a little cornbread. Gotta like the cornbread, goes along with chicken and dumplings great. Go out and cook yourself some chicken and dumplings. Let me know how it turns out. Y'all have a great day. Thanks.